Yeah. Oh.
We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. 6:01 p.m. If you would, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag. United
States
States
of
of
America.
America. To the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody, make sure you sign it, please.
Roll call. Stokes present. Shane Childers present.
Roy Houston, present.
Public request to speak not related to an agenda item. Unfinished business. Discuss international drive extension.
As you see, in HWC's formal proposal, they did spell out it is a do not exceed, and it is 7,500 for the boundary retracement and original boundary survey, plus the $500 title research for the total of $8,000. Whereas Lockwood Miller wanted $24,000 to do everything.
Questions?
They're doing exactly the same work.
What I wanted was, what we needed is to get it to where we have a property description so we can move forward with getting the property purchased for the road right away. So that's all we needed for the veteran driveway to start the next process on this. So
It makes sense that we owe HWC 8,000 versus 24.
Make a motion to accept HWC on the International Drive Extension next step.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are they starting on that ASAP?
yeah, that is the agreement.
Okay, consider amending flooring quotes for Stanford 180 makeover grant. Three? No, just one.
Just one.
Yeah. So, Hawkins, flooring and tile. install owner supply LVP. Complete as specified, $3,900. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you want to say something, Mr. Stan?
Yeah, Mr. Stan.
Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, when is the date all needs to be completed?
It needs to be completed by the end of October.
By the end of October?
Right, the original, quote said September, but we've had some delays, so it would be, it needs to be completed by the end of October. I need to have all my claims submitted by the end of October. Did you have anything else? You have all these, correct?
My wife usually does this, I have part of it. I know there was some changes.
Right, these are amended quotes.
Excuse me.
These are amended quotes.
Yes. Just wanted to make sure they all got approved.
Okay.
Consider the amended wall and flooring demo drywall replacement for the Stanford 180 makeover. That is Hawkins flooring and tile drywall replacement, install, finish, and prime, $2,500.
I move to approve Hawkins flooring and tile for the wall and flooring demo drywall replacements for Stanford's in the amount of up to $2,500.
Second.
All in favor?
I thought it was supposed to be revised to 1,300.
Pardon me?
I thought it was supposed to have been revised to 1,300.
No. These are the quotes that we received. The amended quotes. Apparently Michelle talked to Mr. Hawkins and asked him, said that you guys were gonna be doing some of the work yourself and
Right.
And these are the quotes that I received. They're the amended ones.
Okay. Can I show you this? Because this is all I got.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. This is the revised ready funds. So any money that she has in ready funds available is going to be put towards, these, under this column. The quotes that we received from the vendor have nothing to do with this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some of them are gonna come over a little bit, so, let's see, we're on, which one are we on? We're on the wall and carpet removal. So, yeah, order to do, move money to second floor. So, so she doesn't have any ready money right here. And you guys aren't gonna do any of it?
The work, yeah.
Are you gonna do all the work yourself?
We're doing the demo, the carpet removal. They scratched off the awning.
Right, okay, so what we have here is a quote for drywall replacement,
Yeah, he's gonna replace it.
install, drywall replacement, install, finished, and prime.
Yes.
Right, that's the quote that we got from him. So if we put $1,700, I'm gonna tell you that you have enough money, you're gonna end up paying $3,000 something out of pocket for all of this work. And you have enough ready money to cover every one of these. Every one of these,
I gotta put it in the markers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. yeah,
That's it.
but you have enough ready funds to cover every one of these quotes.
Okay. She told me we was gonna have about $3,000.
That's exactly what you're gonna have.
Yeah.
When it all comes down to the end,
That's about all I know.
Yep.
Okay.
okay? Okay. Okay, so we got the second one, right?
Yes.
The drywall.
Yep.
That's been approved.
Yep.
Everybody voted aye.
Yep.
Okay.
Consider amended second floor quote for the Stanford 1A. Cut concrete, run new sewage line and water lines to the new bathroom, new toilet, vanity, no demo. $5,200.
Is that correct for you, mister? Is that what you understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Estimate for $5,200. Services, cut concrete, new sewage line, new bathroom, new toilet.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye.
It's at the very back.
Consider Young and Sons paving quote.
This is, the hodgepodge of all the, areas that need to be fixed. So like Mill and Darlington, Rush Street right there at Lebanon Street. The alleys downtown where they, basically mill and redo approaches right there at the alleys where the sidewalks were done. And then there were some areas up here at the sewer plant as you come in the gate, which I originally asked for, which that may get put off, so that this actually may be cheaper by the time it's done, because I may push that off until next year after the sewer plant project is over. So, but that is what this is for. I was just trying to get this done, so we make sure we got it on their books to be done before the end of paving season this year. So that way it was taken care of before plowing season and all that. I did ask another company to quote, but I've never got anything back from them on it either, so.
We never have any luck.
So, I don't know, but we did try. So,
Any questions? I believe so.
I move to approve Young and Sons asphalt and paving for repairs around town for the amount of $7,839.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. New business resolution 2025-14, the ADA grievance.
So this is just establishing a grievance procedure for ADA, for compliance with ADA. If somebody has a, issue in the grievance, we have a process in place to handle those grievances.
Questions?
No. I move to approve resolution number 2025-14 ADA grievance.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 2025-15, Title 6, implementation.
And this, the implementation plan, you're approving this implementation plan. And it's, the implementation plan is actually the next document in your packets. This is our plan to move forward to make, our town buildings and ADA compliant. Or just our town sidewalks, which a lot of that's being done by NDOT right now, or was done by NDOT. But there are still things that we need to do, and that's in this plan.
I move we approve resolution 2025-15. A resolution by the town of Jamestown, state of Indiana, to adopt a Title IX implementation plan.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Title IX or Title VI?
6.
Yeah.
I heard that too, but I wasn't quick enough to remember.
Title 6.
BI. BI is 6.
I think Title IX, the girls playing the guys' sports.
Yeah.
And what in Jamestown is not ADA compliant?
There it is.
Probably 9%.
So like our sidewalks at some of the crossings, so anywhere that we have a little bit of sidewalks, like South High Street, there Jefferson Street. We do not have actual ramps on the west end of, the west end right there where Jefferson Street and High. So therefore, that is not a compliance for the people to be able to actually navigate in wheelchairs. Things like
What about
that.
grass covered, or people who park on the sidewalks, is that not ADA compliant?
That we have no control over on that one, people parking on. That is nothing we have control over. As far as grass over, that is another one that is in there where it's partially over. These are the things that, goes in an overall long-term plan. As far as replacement of sidewalks, things like that, where there is sidewalks. Where there is no sidewalks, we are not liable to put sidewalks in. It is just where sidewalks are currently existing.
And the town doesn't own sidewalks.
No, we do not own sidewalks, but as part of the community crossing grant that we go after for paving, that is one of the stipulations that they are now putting in there, which is one of those federal government things to try to put restrictions on places to make them another way to cross people off from being able to get money. So therefore, these are one of the things that we have to do to be able to continue to get the grant money.
I would like to redo my amendment, my motion, there we go. And move to approve resolution 2025-15, a resolution by the town of Jamestown, state of Indiana, to adopt a Title VI implementation plan.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 2025-16, the ADA transition plan.
Okay, we are just going to, this is the first reading. It's kind of strange, I'm not sure, the attorney wasn't sure. So I feel safe, I feel better if we just introduce this and then.
It is, so, and my understanding on this, dealing with them on it is, this is open for 2 weeks for public comment
After the initial.
After the initial reading. So there's a 2-week period of open for public comment for this delay, for them to come in and add any opinions to it that they want before the second and closing of it.
But I feel like I need to advertise for this.
I don't,
Publish 10 days in advance.
no. It was just once you introduced it into the public meeting, that's all it has to do is just lay out there for anybody to come in and put it out there. It was not it's not like a full-on, it's not an ordinance, so therefore it's not like that, from my understanding. If you reach out to Katie, she's the professional. So, from HWC.
So we can introduce this
That's what I was told, that we were
and
just.
then adopt it at this next council.
Yes, correct. That was the whole thing behind it.
It doesn't matter, if I have to publish it, I will have enough time,
So,
so. We're just introducing this on for the first reading.
Anybody have any questions?
Well, I have a question, and I'm not sure about this, but I'm gonna go back to like making the towns ADA compliant. It doesn't seem like to me, like the doors like here in this building are even like ADA compliant.
So that is part of the overall plan. It is in there. So technically, for us to fall under ADA compliant for the building currently.
When we haven't even done anything on it.
So what's that?
Talking's good.
I know, but what was your question? Because
Some way I can sign that, because it's not approved, it's only been introduced.
Right. So just putting a sign on the front door saying, if you need assistance getting into the building and coming down here and pointing an arrow, come down here and putting a doorbell on this door for you to ring. That is all that is required. Until such time that we can tear out the front entrance and make that a flat area and pour a ramp going out into the drive a little bit. Because for whatever reason, when this was supposed to be built back in 2001, this was supposed to be built as ADA compliant. Come to find out, that's not ADA compliant, and our one sink in each bathroom is 1 inch too tall. So, during doing this, so that is, to make it compliant, that's all we have to do right now is to put a sign on that door saying, if you need assistance, either call a number and come down to this door and we can let them in, or until we can do those updates. So,
Thank you.
yep.
I've noticed different places that it's actually hard for people with scooters.
Oh, we've discussed that before, and
But I think technically they just have to have one entrance for them, so
that's.
we've got one entrance. Although, I'm looking, that door still doesn't look quite wide enough.
We only had to,
Well, it doesn't, I mean, with the center.
it's 36,
Here.
it is 36 inches wide between the opening.
Okay, all right, thank you. I'm not sure what time.
There's some days I could stomach through the side.
Thanks, guys.
But yes, it's basically just going over everything that we have in the town that is publicly, a public building to make sure that everything we had, what it meets. So like, my building is not open to the public, so therefore that does not qualify as happened to. The bathrooms down at the nature park actually qualify, everything in there meets what the ADA is as far as measurements on everything, so that meets. So,
You can't get in the doors, though.
no, it is wide enough, it meets the ADA.
Well, but I mean, somebody on a scooter or a walker or something trying to
Down there, the door opens in, so they can get in.
do the doors and.
So, the door here is a different story, but down at the nature park restroom, it does
Been
meet.
introduced. Introduced.
Thanks.
Five 17, temporary speed reduction. So this is being done because of the state project on Lebanon Street. Diverting traffic onto Lowry. Walnut, Lowry, Wilson Way. Some people are taking Jefferson, some people are taking Vine. But this is going to reduce the speed temporarily to 15 mile an hour. Hopefully this diverts somebody from being hurt because everybody's in a hurry in the morning to get to work and they are cruising up and down the street quite quick. Children are waiting on school buses. It's not a good situation.
This keeps the trucks.
If I can address this. So there's a mechanism in state code which enables a police officer to enforce a state infraction for failure to obey a traffic control device. The roads are closed. Like NDOT has placed legal barricades stating it's closed, and people are going around the barricades and using the local route. I am going to start citing every car I stop that is not a local person. What I mean by that is they very often will tell me, well, I'm just trying to get 74, or I'm just trying to get, if you're coming up here to the bank, that's fine. If you're coming up here to the auto parts, it's fine. If you're coming up here because you gotta get to the church, it's fine. Is it a perfect system? No. But we're dealing primarily with contractor vehicles, large trucks. We had a truck yesterday break a pole in half and tear down fiber,
We went back, I was just on the phone.
tear down phone and internet on Walnut Street. Because and this is after I moved a road close sign to the end of Walnut Main. So we're just gonna start writing tickets. It's gonna get real expensive for some folks. And it's not worth what they think is 45 seconds they'll save, as opposed to taking 1100 West or NDOT's dedicated route, which was published well in advance. I'm just gonna wear a print route on. I mean, the driving, I have not in 22 years witnessed the amount of stupidity as I have in the last week. The road is not big enough to support this kind of traffic. What we're hoping to do with the speed zone change is just to kind of get fair notice. Like you need 30 miles an hour is too fast on the street, but you've got 10 cars. So we're just trying to get the speeds down and make it clear that shenanigans will not be tolerated. It's going to be expensive. So.
Are there even any speed limit signs on like Walnut or Lowry?
No, it falls under it's assumed it's 30 miles an hour, but we have ordered and have placed a couple of small speed signs for 15 mile an hour preparation. We've ordered some larger ones as well. We removed the speed trailer out there. It'll have some signs on it also.
Are they blocking the road off to, someone's trucks and stuff?
We put
We
signs
put
up.
signs to that effect. Theoretically, if JPD catches a truck on that route, whether it's coming to visit or not, it's getting cited, because those guys all have access to the NDOT information. They could have turned off any number of other ways.
When you turn off of Walnut, when you go up to the stop sign at Walnut Street and look down Lowry, there is a road closed sign right there from the state.
And there's
And they make that turn anyway.
There's a sandwich board that
I haven't
counts.
seen anything. Looking from Walnut to Lowry? I haven't
Oh,
seen
right
it.
there on Lowry, you know, there is a,
Well, he's
There's
It's on
got,
Lowry toward Rush Road, but not like from Walnut to Lowry, there's nothing.
there's a.
when you're at the stop sign at Walnut Street at Lowry, and you look, yes, and you look west, there is a road closed, like
There,
if you're
yes,
turning
I thought you
right.
meant this
No,
Walnut.
no, you're at Lowry Street
Yeah.
looking west, there is that road closed sign right there. So, I mean, there, it's just stupidity in driving, period.
And we have a sign at the end of the Walnut Street.
We have,
There is.
We got one right here,
136.
Main.
we got one here at Main, and we got one at
Because
Wilson
we're
Way.
putting one the other day.
I moved the High Street over, and now they're driving around the barricade on High Street again. No, that also, I'll.
Which I have road closed
If
signs.
you give me road closed, I'll just start wearing them out on that one too.
So,
Cause
Here,
yeah,
is it okay to drive on Vine or Jefferson? I kind of get you off that.
it's okay for Cookie League to drive on
Well, I
by,
don't want to be, I'm not going to be the only one, no,
No,
we're not
no,
supposed to.
but it's not okay for,
Sam Jones.
He said for local traffic was okay.
right, or more worryingly, FedEx Semi, or, any number of other commercial carriers and plumbing companies and contractors that are just wearing out,
So just local people.
Yeah, local means local. That means if you're in the immediate vicinity of town, if you live on Ross Road, you absolutely can use it. If you live, Lane, you absolutely should use it. If you live halfway to North Central, I don't care if you've got business in town. We're not gonna be using it for is to save 5 minutes to get to I-74. And that's what we're experiencing, so.
You have a motion? Make a motion to approve resolution 2025-17, temporary speed reduction.
I second.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
When will this be effective?
Right
Immediately?
now,
Very good. I'm gonna go make my Facebook post now.
consider rehabilitating act of 1973, section 504.
My name's a Ritzler too.
Yes.
Yeah, regional.
But that's my locals and they're welcome to use it. But
This is a
I will
notice
tell them.
of non-discrimination under the American with Disabilities Act and section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Questions?
Good for me.
Motion?
Move to approve the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, section 504. Have Shane, authorize Shane to sign that.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Consider Jamestown's goals and accomplishments.
So this is part of our Title VI.
Am I supposed to post date this signature date?
To what?
Well, and that date is the second.
Okay. So the 10th. Yes, these are my goals for next year.
That's not your issue. It's a new thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah. This is all.
Motion,
Move to consider, or excuse me, move to approve Jamestown's goals and accomplishments for the ADA coordinator in Lower Houston.
authorize.
And authorize Shannon Childress to sign that.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Actually, I think I'm the one that signs this.
This one, that one, coordinator submitting, you're submitting the correspondence, that by Thomas.
Authorize Lori.
Reconsider my motion, we'll make the motion to approve Jamestown's goals and accomplishments for the ADA coordinator in Lori Houston, and to be authorized and signed by Lori Houston.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. For treasurer,
I didn't read that before. I don't know.
any questions or comments from public?
I move to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 6:37.